Hello everybody, back at you. Looking forward to the next presentation by LUMINAE.
Hi, I'm Jeremiah Sammons, the founder and director of education for LUMINAE Hair Care, and I'd like to welcome all of you to the De Pasquale Beauty Systems virtual show. We are so excited to be here. So, when I was little, my mom used to read me Dr. Seuss, and he said something that sticks with me even today. He said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can take yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the one who'll decide where you'll go." And I'm happy that you have decided to come with us today to learn more about LUMINAE Hair Care. Now, LUMINAE comes from the Latin word illum, which means to enlighten. Okay, enlightening, lighteners, kind of cute, right? But LUMINAE is more than just lighteners. We're about education, creating cutting-edge technology to give you the tools that you need a stylist and the education to provide your clients with the latest techniques and products to take care of their hair. And today we are proud to be on the edge of technology at the De Pasquale Beauty Systems virtual show. I'd like to introduce you to Raven Montano and Erica Jackson, two of my fellow educators that will be here today, and our beautiful models. So sit back, relax, and learn a little something about LUMINAE Hair Care. So as you can see, Isabella has some previous lightning services done. What we are going to do for Isabella today is something a little bit more subtle than what she's had in the past. So if you look, she obviously had some lightning done in the past that's grown out. What I would like to do today is do a full highlight in a much easier, faster way, in about 36 foils. So what I'm going to do is I will start in the back, doing about 3 foils on each side, and maybe one in the center to follow that hairline. We're going to do a diamond pattern right here, doing teasy lights so that when the foils are released, they're going to fall draping over this, giving her the appearance of a full highlight in the back. In the front, we'll do diagonal sectioning, taking small parts, 3 or 4 foils up the side, and then we're going to do something called a pinwheel teasy light. Now, I know that for a lot of us, we've gotten a little bit tired or bored with those big dramatic money pieces that people have been doing in the past. So those have started to fall out of style. What we're going to do today is after we go ahead and highlight with about 3 or 4 foils going up here diagonally, we're going to choose a spot and we'll do teasy light pinwheels right here. So we're going to take a section right there, 1, 2, 3, with all of this becoming a drape over that. So that when her hair is down, the highlights are hidden underneath. But if she parts her hair off to the side, you'll see the highlights, and or when she does her mean girl hair flip, we'll see that natural variation. Sound good? Great. So today what we're going to do is use So the Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener is a little different than any other charcoal lightener on the market. This lightener is actually meant to detoxify the hair. It uses activated charcoal. Now, activated charcoal absorbs 1,000 times its own weight in impurities, which is why it's used in filters, aquariums, and things like that. So when used in a lightener, what this is going to do is absorb the mineral buildup that's in the hair strand from well water. It'll also absorb product buildup in the hair strand, detoxifying the hair strand, giving you a very clean, even lift. I especially love this lightener for use with box color. It can cut through box color like butter. So when you're mixing this lightener, we're going to use 1 part lightener, 1.5 parts developer. So I'm going to get my nice little scale out. So one of the great things about all of our lighteners is that, one, you can use them with any developer. Universal developers, whatever developer you already use in your salon or spa, you can mix with our lighteners. The other thing is we have integrated bond builders in every one of our lighteners to help strengthen the hair strand, prevent breakage of the disulfide bonds. And the last thing is all of our lighteners are intermixable. So let's go ahead and take 1 part lightener. We're going to do about 30 grams, which means we'll use 45 grams of developer. So our lightener should always be mixed 1 to 1.5, never 1 to 1. Take the lightener, go ahead and mix that up. So you get a nice, rich consistency. The Twilight Detoxifying Lightener will not swell on you. And it's a nice, creamy consistency to give you a very even lift. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and introduce my international educator who will be performing this service, Raven Montano. Raven. So Raven's going to begin by sectioning our model. When sectioning our model, it's nice to split the head down the center into 2 large sections. It makes it easier to go ahead and section out the diamond pattern. So he's going to section off the front from the back, right above the ears, creating 2 sections. Then he'll do the same on the opposite side. Even sectioning will create even patterns in the hair. So once you've created those 4 panels, you're going to go into the back and you're going to section out a diamond shape. By sectioning out the diamond shape, you're going to be able to get more coverage a lot faster with no lines of demarcation. Split the remaining hair in the back into 2 sections. And then you're going to go ahead and go to the front. In the front, you're going to want 1 diagonal section splitting it in half on each side. And then you'll do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to have Raven turn the model slightly so we can look at the back, and then we'll look at the front to get a little bit of a close-up of his sectioning. So Raven, if you will turn your model slightly so we can see the back. Perfect. So you'll see that we have two panels down at the bottom, and then we have a diamond formation in the center. Then if we turn her around to the front, we've split each side into two panels. So if you look at the diagram on your screen, you'll see we went ahead and diagrammed that out for you. So we will be starting in the front, or we're going to start in the back. We're going to start in the back. Will you turn the model for me? In the back, we're going to follow the hairline, doing 2 to 3 highlights on each side. Just show us one of the sides, Raven. Thank you. 2 to 3 highlights there. And then we'll work up to the diamond formation. And we'll be doing highlights throughout the diamond. When we get to the front, we'll take diagonal partings on the lower panels, doing 3 to 4 highlights, and then we will do the pinwheel highlight up at the top panel, where we choose one point and all of the highlights will pinwheel off that point. Great. So starting in the back, Raven's going to go ahead and take some thin sections and start it on his highlighting. Now we're going to use the Twilight Detoxifying Lightener, which is able to give you up to 9 levels of lift. 10 volume will give you about 4 levels of lift. 20 volume should give you 7 levels of lift, and 30 and 40 should take you to platinum no matter where you are. Now, this lightener is really great for those of you that have clients that are using well water or use heavy styling products. Raven right now is doing a very, very light weave. He's applying the charcoal lightener. And so the Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener is probably one of the best lighteners to use for your everyday clients. It can be used on any client that you have for any technique. It's usable for highlights, on scalp, off scalp application, universal lightening. You can also balayage with it. What's perfect about this lightener is the consistency. It's a nice, thick consistency. You're not going to get a lot of transfer. For your highlights themselves, the lift will be very, very even. This is very helpful, especially on those clients with previously colored hair. A lot of times when we're doing highlights on them, it lifts unevenly. I use the Twilight Detoxifying Lightener in all my salons. I specialize in color correction, and so for me, it is my everyday lightener of choice. Now, for the Day Past Squall virtual show, what we are doing is offering a promotion. With every can of the Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener, we're including a 10-ounce bottle of our ultraviolet purple shampoo. That alone is a 26% savings. So you'll see Raven is going ahead and making sure that he is applying the product nice and thick. Saturation is key when doing a lightning service. So it's important to take nice thin sections and saturate. You'll notice that he's leaving out the previously lightened ends. We're using a very low level developer. We're trying to lift her to a nice, about 4 levels. So again, he's taking the hair down. He's going to do a nice weave. And as he weaves the hair, he's pulling it out with some tension. The tension's important in order to fully saturate the section. So you see that he works the foil underneath the section. He fully saturates. See a nice even strokes. And he's going to work that down. As he does, he's pushing the product into the hair strand. Folding the hair up to make sure all of the unlightened portion is saturated. And leaving out those pre-lightened ends. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the next section, and he's going to go ahead and repeat this. So one of the problems that we have is sometimes we fall into the same sectioning for every single client that comes into the salon. So when you look at the diagram we gave you of this head shape, this is a very innovative way to do a full foil with about 36 foils. A lot of times as stylists, we spend more time counting our foils than we do worrying about the overall look those foils are going to create. So this gives you the illusion of a full foil, and you're able to do it in the same time it would normally take you to do a partial foil. Again, this lightener is going to give you a nice even lift. It's able to cut through mineral buildup in the hair strand. You won't get the swelling that you get with many other lighteners. And it's going to give you an even lift, so you won't end up with the banding that a lot of times we end up with when we're using lighteners and performing lightening services. Again, you're making sure that you cover all the dark hair, all the unlightened hair, and he's leaving those unlightened pieces out. Now the Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener goes on dark. What I like to tell my clients is, well, if the hair is not black, it's going to look whack. But it does not tone the hair at all. So while it goes on dark, don't be intimidated by it. There's no toning done by this lightener. So whenever you want to check the lightening, all you're going to do is take a small piece out, spray it, wipe, and you'll see exactly where you've lifted. There's no pigment in there that's going to hide the tone, because we've all done a full head of highlights before and rinsed them too early because the blue pigment hid where we'd really lifted. So Raven's actually a lot faster at this than I am. You'll notice his application very, very quick. He does a lot of Latina hair down there in Texas, and does clients with a lot of hair. So you'll notice that as he applies, he's checking to make sure all of the unlightened hair is fully saturated. And you'll see that he folds that up. He doesn't swirl it with his brush. That's important to make sure that you're not creating lines. If you don't paint a line, you won't make a line. And so as Raven moves up this section, what he's doing is creating highlights so that when the client pulls her hair up into a ponytail or goes to the gym, she has some highlights underneath. So if Raven could go ahead and step just a little bit over to the side, great. So we can go ahead and see, turn the model slightly for us, just so we can see that panel. Perfect. Thank you so much. So he's applying this foil. This should be the last foil for this section. You guys all know that it's hard to do this on camera sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little awkward. We do foil yoga to practice. Hope you guys are all getting to see this at home. So Raven, as you apply, you'll see that he's doing very smooth strokes for even saturation. He's pulling up the hair, he's saturating the darker portion, leaving out the pre-lightened ends, and folding. So he's going to pull down the remaining hair, and then he'll start on the diamond formation. The diamond formation is the most important part of this process. By taking diagonal partings and doing teasy lights, what you're doing is you're breaking up those foils. So diagonal partings all the way up, doing teasy lights, so that when the hair comes down, there will be no lines. There will be no grow out to see. It's going to break that up and give a very diffused look in the back. So we're going to let him put a couple in, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in a model that we worked on yesterday. So you see diagonal parting, he's taking a teasy light all the way from the ends. So from the ends to the base, very strong teases, and now he's taking a weave. So he takes his section, does a strong teasy light, then weaves. He'll place the foil, comb back any hair that's coming down, and he'll saturate that teasy light. So we're going to watch him do one more after this, and then I'm going to bring on the model we worked on last night. But that teasy light that he's doing is going to diffuse all those foils in the back, meaning no lines of demarcation, no awkward grow out for your clients. So again, he's folding the hair up so he can fully saturate any dark hair, leaving out that previously lightened hair. And going to go ahead and cover that up. Great. Let's go ahead and check on our model from last night. So right now, Erica has escorted our beautiful model over to the shampoo bowl, and we're removing foils. Ooh, look at that blonde. I love when foils are freshly pulled. So, remember last night, she was jet black, box color, level 1. Look how pretty that lift is. Nice ashy blonde. Yes, Erica, pull those foils. Beautiful. Doesn't look brittle, looks very soft. Now we're going to go ahead and dampen the hair just a little bit. The temperature of the water to where we need it to be. Okay, she spends a long time on the water part. We're gonna cut some of that out. I'll start talking again when she gets to the.
And feel free, your
Yep,
Pasquale, Jersey, whatever
Yep.
you want to throw in there.
So right now, Erica's adjusting the temperature of the water. We all know that Jersey water. Mineral buildup, and the water is always too hot, too cold, not doing what it's supposed to do. Hopefully this water's filtered, not from one of those lakes. So we're dampening the hair. By dampening the hair, what we're doing is making the hair better able to absorb the shampoo itself. So we're dampening hair. Check. My God, she's a lot more of this. She's still checking temperature. Okay. So right now we're going ahead and we're wetting the head down. By doing that, we're lightly rinsing off the lighteners, and we're also prepping the hair to receive the purple shampoo so that it will properly emulsify. So she's just dampening the hair a little bit. I like to apply my purple shampoo to slightly damp hair. I think it spreads easier and more evenly onto the hair strand. So she's just dampening it all over. Letting our beautiful client relax with that warm, nasty Jersey water. And she's smoothing the hair down. You know, one of the great things about our purple shampoo, the ultraviolet purple shampoo, will not crack the cuticle. Most purple shampoos crack the cuticle, allowing the purple shampoo to wedge their color molecule into the hair strand. This results in dry hair for most clients. It can also allow it to lift out your toners, and you don't want that. So our purple shampoo is very, very hydrating. So what we're doing, we've dampened the hair right now. Take a look at those highlights. We're going to go ahead and squeeze just a little bit of purple, ultraviolet purple shampoo into Erica's hand. Look how beautiful it is, how rich it is. I'm gonna have her emulsify that into her hands. Look at that beautiful purple color, so rich and creamy. And we're going to work that into our model's hair. Yes, Erica, smooth that purple shampoo in. You know, when we do a shampoo on a client, it's not just a shampoo, it's a sensory journey. Let them enjoy the fragrance of the shampoo. Let them enjoy the pampering. This is some time for your client. It's not about you. It's not about getting them in and out. It's not even about their hair. It's about taking just a minute to relax and enjoy the sensation of somebody else spending some time and energy on you. So you'll see Erica works that purple shampoo into the hair. You know, it's not enough just to squeeze some purple shampoo into the hair. Let's go ahead and emulsify that. Let's work it in. Let's work up a nice, rich lather. Let's cleanse the hair of all the lightener on there to prevent additional oxidation. Let's work those color molecules around the hair strand, encapsulating the hair strand. Again, not cracking the cuticle, not drying out the hair. So you'll see that nice, rich lather. Nice violet-y rich lather. And she's working that in. And you'll see that our beautiful model's just enjoying the scalp massage. Now we're going to lightly rinse this out. Now, again, you're not taking your client to the car wash. Don't turn that water on full blast and blast the shampoo out of their hair. No, we're gently rinsing that shampoo out. Work in a little bit of massage. I mean, especially if you hope to have your client buy these products, let them enjoy the product. Not just the results, but the fragrance, the feel, and their time with you. So you'll see she's rinsing out the purple shampoo, making sure to get around the ears and the hairline, rinsing that out. You'll see how nicely this ultraviolet purple shampoo lathers. Now we have a wonderful promo for this show up until April 14th. You buy 4 retail size 10-ounce bottles, I'm going to give you a 1 liter back bar size to go ahead and use at your back bar. Or go ahead and retail it. I have 5 salons myself, and we sell a lot of liters in retail. So we're going to fully rinse out the ultraviolet purple shampoo. So you'll see the lather starts to fade away. The hair is nice and clean. It's hydrated. We've washed away all the lightener, so there's no additional oxidation of the hair strand. We've returned the pH to normal. Now we're just running that water over the client's head, letting her enjoy the sensation. And then we're going to apply the ultraviolet conditioner. So we're going to go ahead and squeeze any excess water out of the hair. And now we're going to grab that ultraviolet conditioner. Now our ultraviolet conditioner, when it comes to pigment deposit, is about half as strong as the shampoo. Really, we made it because a lot of clients like a matching shampoo and conditioner, so we provide that. Or I know some of you out there have clients that maybe have very fine hair that you don't want a lot of pigment deposited, so maybe you don't sell them the ultraviolet shampoo. You just sell them the ultraviolet conditioner. So we're going to work that ultraviolet conditioner in. Now, both our ultraviolet shampoo and conditioner are sulfate-free, paraben-free, color-safe, keratin-safe, and they're vegan. Now you'll see that Erica's doing a nice scalp massage with that conditioner. Let's pamper that client. Let's pamper that hair as we return the pH to normal and gently tone the hair strand. Never forget, a purple shampoo and conditioner is more than just another shampoo conditioner. It's a semi-permanent hair color, so we are truly toning the hair when we use these products. So we're working that conditioner in, allowing the client to enjoy the sensation of the scalp massage while fully saturating the hair strand and working that into the highlights. Again, purple shampoo and conditioner are a semi-permanent color, so this is a very gentle way to tone the hair. So massaging our client. And if you work in a nice scalp massage, you'll know when it's time to rinse. All good things must come to an end, and so does this scalp massage. So Erica's going to gently rinse out the ultraviolet conditioner. But notice those highlights. All the brassiness is gone. Now we see a nice smoky quartz color with those highlights. And look how relaxed our client looks. Don't you want your clients to be that relaxed? Again, the promo we have on this is amazing. You're buying 4 retail size 10-ounce bottles for your shelf, and we're giving you a liter that you can use on your back bar or retail to your clients. Rinsing that out, washing away all that unwanted warmth and brassiness. Going ahead, getting that hair underneath. And now we're just going to go ahead and squeeze the excess water out and send her up to be blow dried. As you guys all know, we only have an hour today to talk to you guys. And lightning services can sometimes run 1 hour all the way to 15 hours. And so we had a beautiful model with long, beautiful hair. She also had black box color in her hair. Yep, I know. Black box color, wanting to go to platinum blonde. But we did it. So earlier I talked to you about our Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener, an amazing lightener for lifting through mineral buildup, lifting through box color, and for getting a nice even lift. What I haven't told you about quite yet is another lightener we have in our portfolio. It's our Eclipse Charcoal Cream Lightener. Still charcoal, but totally different lightener. Instead of lifting and detoxifying, this lightener actually has charcoal in it that lifts and then deposits a 9 AAA, that's a 9 ash, semi-permanent hair color. That semi-permanent hair color is encapsulated in the lightener itself. So as the lightener lifts, it breaks down the encapsulation on that semi-permanent hair color, depositing that 9 AAA. So if you look at your screen right now, I'm going to show you the before pictures of our lovely model. Yes, you're looking at the screen. That is black. Blackity black, 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 black. She came in. We used the Eclipse Charcoal Cream Lightener and 20 volume on her. And now I'm going to bring her on stage so you can see what she looks like now. So first of all, take a look at this amazing transformation. Erica, will you go ahead and turn her for me? From a level 1 jet black box color, look at those beautiful highlights. Very subtle, very blended. Erica's going to start styling them right now. We're going to put some curls on them to show them off. Great. Our beautiful model, she looks stunning. Total transformation from those before pictures. You see how much it lightens up her face. You can see her beautiful skin. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some curls, some light, beachy type curls in her hair. So the Eclipse Charcoal Cream Lightener is an amazing lightener for those clients trying to achieve a very cool blonde. It provides up to 9 levels of lift, has an integrated bond builder. It has a hydration molecule in it called luminescence that adds moisture to keep the highlights from becoming brittle. And it deposits that 9 AAA into the hair strand. So as it lifts, it will deposit the 9 AAA, toning the hair. Let's go ahead and turn the model just a little bit more. Great. So you'll see as she curls the hair, you can really start to see those highlights and enjoy the blend. So after we lifted her to that level 10 and toned her, again with that Twilight Eclipse Charcoal Cream Lightener, we used the ultraviolet purple shampoo and conditioner on her. Now, we also have a promotion on the ultraviolet purple shampoo and conditioner. You buy 4 10-ounce bottles, you'll get a liter for your back bar for free. That's a 36% savings. So it's a purple shampoo and conditioner that you can retail to your clients that will go ahead and keep the blonde nice and neutral, nice ash blonde without drying out the hair strand. Now, one of the biggest differences between our purple shampoo and other purple shampoos on the market, most purple shampoos lift the cuticle, wedging their color molecule in to go ahead and tone the hair. But when you crack that cuticle to wedge your color molecule in, oftentimes it dries the hair strand, and sometimes it can even lift out toners. Our purple shampoo and conditioner do not dry the hair strand out at all. They do not crack the cuticle. Instead, what we do is we encapsulate the hair strand itself with that purple molecule to tone your blonde without drying the hair strand or lifting out your toners. So let's go ahead and look at these curls, look at that blend. Again, this young lady had black box color in her hair last night. You know what they say, once you go black, you never come back, unless you use the LUMINAE Eclipse Charcoal Cream Lightener. That's a great way to go ahead and lift and then tone at the same time, saving you as a stylist 20 to 30 minutes toning the hair because it does it for you. So while Erica continues styling out our model, let's go back to Raven and see where he's at. So checking back on Raven, you'll see that in the back, he did 3 weaves on each side, down in the lower 2 panels. Then he went up into the diamond formation and did teasy lights. So those are all teasy lights there, which transition to the front. Once we get to the front, again, the front, each side is divided into 2 panels, with those being a very light weave. And then he, again, light weaves up to the pinwheel pattern. Now the pinwheel pattern, you're going to pick a spot and each one of the foils will touch that spot in the front to pinwheel and create a hidden peekaboo highlight. So Raven has 1 in, and you're going to see him go ahead and section that out as he gets into place. And you'll see he divides that area up into 3/4, sort of like you're cutting a cake. So he's teasing the hair, weaving out his section, and placing the foil. Placing the foil, he's going to go ahead and comb back any of that hair from that teasy light, just to get that out of his way. Now some people use clips, some people will use their comb. Painting the teasy light. It's going to bring that all the way down to the pre-lightened section, leaving out the pre-lightened hair. Blending that out. Going ahead and sandwiching it with another foil. And then going and taking another small section out of there. Again, choosing that pinwheel formation. For most clients, it will only take 2, maximum 3 foils to do that peekaboo pinwheel highlight. So he's going to tease that back all the way from the ends to the base. He's going to work it back. Come on, Raven, let's work it. Push it on back. Weaving that hair out. Splitting the panel. Oh, this time he's going to use a clip. He's going to get fancy. And he's going to push that hair back with the clip. He's going to show both ways of doing it. So by pushing that clip back, what you've done is you've pushed the teasy light all the way to the base. You're holding the hair there out of the way. It's a lot easier to hold that teasy light. He's opened that up. He'll saturate that area. And then using a second foil, he'll cover this one also. Now, we are all eaters. Come on, we're stylists. We like to eat. And so very much it's like cutting a cake or a pie. What you're doing is you're taking that slice, that focal point in the center, and you're pinwheeling. 2 to 3 foils. Leaving out that center part to act as a veil to hide those highlights. Until she parts her hair in the center or off center, or she does her mean girl hair flip and she wants all those highlights to come out. That right there will become the veil over the highlights. So now we're going to the other side. Now, Raven, show us how you like to cut cake. So you see the focal point that he's at. Raven, point to that. Yep. And now go ahead and cut that section up the way you would. So you'll notice that right there, his entry point, becomes the pivot point for all of those highlights, for that peekaboo highlight. So that is his pivot point each time. And we're leaving out that hair in the center, which will actually become the veil. So what he's showing you right now was that veil. So he's chosen his entry point. That's going to become his first of the peekaboo highlights. So peekaboo, we see you. He's going to weave that out into a nice baby light, because that one's pretty close to the front. No chance to adjust your weave now, Raven. It's too late for that. So he's placing that little baby light in the front. That entry point, that front corner, is his pivot point. He'll blend that out, coloring and saturating all of that dark hair with our with our Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener. I get so excited about all of our lighteners, I almost can't tell them apart sometimes. Now, because it's a very short baby light in the front, he's just folding that foil. Again, his entry point is that pivot point. He's going to take that next foil, twist the hair out of his way. He's going to do a nice back comb teasy light right here from the ends all the way to the base. I still like when he puts the clip on there and then teases that whole clip up without dropping it. That's holding that hair out of the way. This is going to give a nice, delicate blend with no line of demarcation. Going to place this foil and saturate, saturate, saturate. Saturation is key anytime you're doing foiling. If the hair is not totally covered and you don't see the lightener, if you can still see the hair, you're not going to see the highlight. So show me the lightener. The more lightener you use, the more lightener I sell. And now he's, again, that entry point, which becomes his pivot point, he's putting that last peekaboo highlight in. What he has left in his hand up there becomes the veil. Leave it alone, don't touch it. He's going to pin it out of the way, take a nice little subsection, back comb that, go ahead and do a nice weave, get all that hair out of the way, push the clip down, and then saturate the section. Pretty clean job for the last clip. So saturate, saturate, saturate. And then he's going to go ahead and cover it with another foil. And then what's going to happen next is Raven's going to come step off stage, and I'm going to step on and talk to you for just a minute. So today was a good day for me. I didn't have to do much work. Raven did all the work. I get to take the credit and show you guys what we've done. So I'm going to turn our lovely model, just kind of review what we've done today. So underneath this diamond pattern, what you're going to see on each side are 3 foils. 3 foils here. And then if we come over here, we have 3 foils here. These right here are going to give her some highlights for when she pulls her hair up into a ponytail, flips her hair, or pulls her hair forward. Then what we've done is we've created a diamond pattern. Now, a diamond here and here is really, it's a rectangle turned on its side. So we have the corner right here, comes here, down, and what you'll see is we did teasy lights for these. So these are all teasy lights. And you'll see they're all with a diagonal parting. This will diffuse the highlight itself so that when it comes out, you won't see any lines of demarcation. You know as well as I do, there's nothing worse than seeing a beautiful woman walk down the street with old highlights that have grown out, and we can see each highlight where they start and where they end. this goes ahead and diffuses that for us. Now, when we turn our beautiful model around to the front, you'll see that we sectioned this into 2 sections. The first one, we just did some diagonal baby lights. So 1, 2, 3. We even followed her hair pattern and did a 4th one right there. And then we did the pinwheel. Now, for the pinwheel, that's that second half of the front panel. So it's a 1, 2, 3. Notice how the tip of my comb does not move. This right here is that entry point. So when we enter here, then we enter here. Do you see the pieces of cake? 1 piece of cake, 2 pieces of cake, 3 pieces of cake. Those are those 3 foils. And what happens is they will be hidden by this veil of hair right here, so that you'll only see them when her hair moves, when she flips it back, or when she does a parting that's a little bit to the side. We have the same thing done on this side. So again, underneath, you'll see these diagonal highlights, a little baby light just following this hairline, and then we cut the pie right here. 1, 2, 3, with that pivot point, and this right here being the veil. So, we're only given an hour today. You won't see her end results today because we're live, but we'll make sure that we post them in the comments, or come to LUMINAE Hair Care on Instagram and we'll have her before and afters also. So I'm going to go ahead and bring on our model from last night who should be done being styled out, and we can see how her hair turned out. While our model steps off stage and we bring back on Raven and his model, I want you to go ahead and take a look at the fabulous promotions that we have partnered with De Pasquale Beauty Systems to provide to you as stylists. For the first time ever, we are allowing stylists to try our 2 favorite lighteners at the same time. If you purchase an Eclipse Charcoal Cream Lightener, you're going to get a Twilight Detoxifying Lightener absolutely free. That's a 39% savings. Also, today until April 14th, if you purchase a Twilight Detoxifying Charcoal Lightener, you'll receive a 10-ounce ultraviolet purple shampoo, which is a 26% savings for you. And once you fall in love with our ultraviolet purple shampoo, you buy 4 retail 10-ounce bottles, you will get a 1-liter bottle for your back bar, a 36% savings. And trust me, you will fall in love with our ultraviolet purple shampoo. Now let's bring our model back on from last night so we can see her final look. This was our nightmare from last night, who now looks like a dream. From black box color to beautiful ashy blonde highlights. What I like to call a smoky quartz type highlight. Let's break these up a little bit. Look at that. Who would have believed that was black box color yesterday night? Let's see the magnificent transformation. And this is how she'll look today. Go ahead and show them your hair. Stand up. Turn your head over. Mess it up. Towards the camera. Yep, tilt your head forward. You're gonna do this. Break it up. No, flip it totally over, sweetheart. Yep, run your fingers through it. Yep, run those fingers through it. Slow it down. And then you're gonna throw all your hair back. Now pull it to the front. So thank all of you for tuning in today to the LUMINAE segment of the De Pasquale virtual show.